You want to know what the end game of Republicans is? Then we need to talk about the Convention of States. For the last few months, I have been covering all of the secretive Christian nationalist organizations behind every piece of hateful legislation for the last 40 years. In my Know Your Enemy series, we've covered the Alliance Defending Freedom, the Heritage Foundation, the American Legislative Exchange Council, also known as ALEC, and the Big Bad Wolf, the Council for National Policy. And when these groups combine, their goal is the Convention of States. And you may have already heard about the Convention of States. I've been tagged in this video a lot today.
Republicans across the country are trying to gain control of as many states as they can. They're passing outlandish laws to scare people, to frighten them, to get them out of their states so they can gain total control of their states. And the reason why they're doing this is so they can call a convention of states and change our Constitution.
Change the Constitution. That's the purpose of a convention of states. If legislators from 34 states or 2/3 of the legislature agree to change the Constitution, it can be changed. It's a little thing called Article 5, and there are no rules on Article 5 on who can present what the amendment should be. It can be corporations. It could be ALEC or any of the other shady right-wing Christian nationalist organizations. And there's no limit on how many amendments they could make if they call the Convention of States. They could suppress your voting rights. They could suppress your freedom of religion or freedom from religion. They could ban abortion nationally. They could ban birth control. They could even ban gender-affirming care nationally. They could completely eliminate your right to privacy. Anything and everything is up for grabs. And they can surpass Congress to do it. Iowa State Republican Representative John Willis says it's really the last line of defense we have. Right now, the federal government's run away. They're not going to pull their own power back. They're not going to restrict themselves. And so this Article 5 convention is, in my opinion, the last option we have. Here's a map of states that have already passed the Convention of States resolution to amend the Constitution. And here's Aaron Reed's map of safe and unsafe states for trans people, the ones that have passed the harshest anti-trans laws. Pretty damn similar. One thing we know about the Republicans is that they love to cheat. They're terrified of young voters. They know that they don't stand a chance. And David Frum, former spokesperson for George W. Bush, famously said that if conservatives become convinced that they cannot win democratically, they will not abandon conservatism, they will reject democracy. That's the end goal, and that's why you need to know your enemy.